Hi everybody, it's Diane here. Does anybody remember some video back? You could tell me what one it was, I don't remember. I said I should do some more leaf printing. I hadn't done that for a while. Well, that's what we're doing. So I have leaves out of my yard. I have not too expensive markers here. And if you've never done this yourself or seen a video, I have one from 4 years ago doing this. It has I went and checked to see how long ago it was. It has 77 views and no comments. So why are you doing it again, Diane? Because that's what I'm doing today. And anyway, there are different ways to do it. I'm doing markers, as you can see. You can do paint. I've done that, and as a matter of fact, I do that on the other video. But it's a little more, because I use watercolor, watery, as you might guess, not as defined as this. So I'm doing this. And the trick is, as you can see here, you have to wet the backs. Did I do that on that one? I was busy blabbing and I didn't do it. Possibly. So, okay, you can tell the difference right there. So anyway, I'm doing this with journal pages in mind. I used to do it for stationery note paper purposes. And in case you can't tell, you use the backs of the leaves. Pick leaves that have some nice veining. Waxy type, like sedum kind of leaves are not going to work. I don't think. To be honest, I never tried it. You will get kind of markery fingers doing this. If you hate that, wear gloves. As you can see too, you can reuse the leaves. They will get to a point where you have to get a new one. And would you stop rolling away my nice level counter here? And I probably don't have to tell you people this, but once you put it down, that's it. Don't move it around or anything. Okay, that's not fabulous, but it's okay. It's printed. Okay. This is just cheap printer paper I cut in half. That was Creeping Charlie. I don't know what that is. That could be Japanese lilac. I think that's what that is. And obviously, the bigger the leaf, the longer it's going to take you to marker. I will say this project, if you're going to do, kind of quantities, it takes time. If you just want to make a couple papers, it'll go fast. But if you want to do a lot at once, it takes a little bit of time. You can do different colors, as you can see I'm doing here on one leaf. You can do all the same color on one leaf. Put a paper or a piece of paper towel or something over to rub. I just think that works better. Well, that one's pretty cool. You can mix and match your leaves. You don't have to put the same leaf on every paper, make it the same, I'm trying to say. I also grabbed some dyed paper I have with Easter egg dye that didn't turn out too great, so I thought of adding leaves might perk that up. So let's try that too. It's pretty cool. All right, let's do something different, just to be different. What is that? Oh, that's plantain. I think that's what you call it. It's just weed. Likes to grow in driveways and stuff like that. Around here, anyway. I imagine you could probably mist the back instead of a brush. I've never tried that. I don't know why it wouldn't work, but I've never tried it. You know, the sprayer, I mean, spray bottle. If you care to be a little more artistic, you know, you can certainly put them together more, make them look more like a, you know, an actual plant or a tree or something. You can go back in later with your choice of medium and add anything you want. Let's put another one down here. You know, if you want to add in, like, see, that one didn't take, well, it's a ghost image. But, or, you know, maybe you want to finish off a point of that leaf or something. You can do that with paint, markers, colored pencils. And you don't even have to do leaf colors. You want to do, you know, blue or whatever, go ahead. I was going to say, or pink. There are pink leaves in the fall sometimes. Yeah, and don't do this project in the winter. You won't find leaves. Okay? Let them dry, obviously. All right, let's grab one of those papers that didn't do so well. I don't remember why, or if it's the paper even. I've kind of experienced that too. Okay, that's Black Eyed Susan. I probably don't have to tell you, but don't pick your leaves in the morning and then come back at 10 p.m. and expect to do it. They might be kind of wilted and not going to work for you. That's possible. Not bad. Is this the right side? Yeah. It is kind of fun in a way to see what leaves work well or not. You could even make a little paper or mini journal or something with that information. You know, stamp them and write Black Eyed Susan or whatever. That could be kind of neat. It's kind of nice. It is helping this paper, I think, along. I think that's honeysuckle. And be careful if you're very, you know, if you're a good marker owner, as you're, you know, coloring, try not to go over the same area so much. You could kind of contaminate your markers there. Oh, I didn't water that one. Dang, would you stop yapping so much? For something like this, junk journal pages, if I can say this, it doesn't matter if they're so perfect. Or if you want to do something like this for stationery and do it a little more all over, not so much like you're making a real careful design. And if you print one that's not so great, it doesn't really matter. That's what I think anyway. And I am only going to do one side of these pages. You can certainly do both. But like I said, this kind of takes a while, so I think one side is fine. especially for journal pages. All right, let's try something else. That's honeysuckle again. I think that's violet. Yeah, maybe those big jumbo markers, like for kids, that might be a good place for the. This might be a good place to use those. They, cover more quickly. I don't have any of those. And decide too, if you're making a journal page, do you want to cover the whole thing? Do you want to leave space to write? Think about that. Okay, let's do one more of these. And then that might be good enough for this paper. And then I think you get it. Do you get it? No, Dang, we want to watch you color leaves for the next 3 hours. I'm going to continue on and make not a ton, but some. So I have some for pages, as I keep saying. So I'll come back and let you see them so you get some ideas, okay? Okay. Yeah, it looks a lot better than what I started with. Okay, I'll come back in a minute. Okay, folks, here we go. So here's the large ones. I think it does dress these papers up, and for journal pages, I think that'll work out pretty well. And then these, I didn't make a ton, but that was my craft time for today. You might want to consider, if you're doing a page, it's going to fold over in a journal. So maybe you don't want it right up on the edge in case you have to trim it to fit your book. Your size is better than I do. But yeah, half a sheet of printer paper, I mean, that's pretty small. It should fit. And yes, it shows through on the back. Personally, I think that's kind of neat. It's sort of like decorating the back too. If you don't like that, use the heavier paper. Those are neat. That's raspberry leaves. And as I said, you can use these for just, stationery note paper. They don't have to be journal pages or tags or wrapping paper. You could stamp newsprint or a grocery bag, anything like that, make wrapping paper. And I know this is a short video and there's not much to it, but since I had mentioned I was going to do this, I just decided to follow through. And if you've never seen this technique before, I thought I'd expose you. It's kind of fun. It's easy. You do get messy. That'll kind of wear off. But it's easy. Okay, everyone. Have a great day.